All right, let's move on with more on Nvidia and bring in Susquehanna's Chris Rolland. Chris, welcome. Let me get your initial impressions of the numbers that we've seen, of the guidance that we've heard, of the discussion that you've just been listening to, and then I'll follow up with a question.
Yeah, I think the group nailed it. We have been used to big beats, or at least $1.5 to $2 billion on results and guide, and this was a little shy of that. So that is the market reaction here. I think the Blackwell delays were very well known. I don't think there's nothing there out of the ordinary, and
nothing worrisome there. Nothing worrisome.
No, and in fact, I look at this softer guide as perhaps a positive, because if Blackwell was in the October quarter, they would have beat handily.
Why has the reaction been, this is not the question I intended to ask, and I'll get back to it in a moment. Why has the reaction been as kind of, I guess you'd say, sort of moderate as it has been? Because the options markets were looking at 10% plus possible moves.
Yeah, I was surprised by that options paradigm. We would have taken the under on volatility.
But yeah, you'd have been right? Yeah.
Yes, but this report here is really all about that whisper being a tad shy. The gross margins are related to the Blackwell delay. They're nothing more than that. If I were to nitpick, maybe OpEx guidance was a little high, but that's it. This is much to do about nothing.
So much. Here's my question, and it's for you first, but then really for the table. Nvidia has become a historic stock, in my view. As I look back, I've been doing this 30 plus, almost 40 years now.
No.
Yeah, I started in 1982.
Come on.
Yes, I did indeed. All right, anyhow, but Chris, let me come back to you. Is there a correlate historical stock that you can remember to Nvidia in terms of growth, market share, dominance, appreciation? Is there one that comes quickly to mind, and what happened to it?
I mean, maybe Amazon in e-commerce, or Google in search, or Facebook in social. But to this extent, on the hardware surrounding AI, I mean, Nvidia is almost all of it. So those others would probably pale in comparison.
All right, Chris, nitpicking. Free cash flow was a miss, but here's one that sticks out, and just push back if I'm wrong. Operating expenses are expected to grow mid to upper 40% range. Prior was low 40%. Is that the beginning of something? Because we've heard other companies start to go down this road, and the market is not like that.
This has been happening since, I think, 2016, when I first saw Nvidia demonstrate AI labeling cat pictures. AI is an enormous opportunity, and they're investing in front of that opportunity and in front of products that are going to be coming out 5 years from now. So I would expect OpEx to miss, be worse for many, many quarters to come, in fact.
Rolland, Ty just asked you about any corollaries, right? Like that we've seen. And so what I keep hearing is it's different this time. And I go back to when I started the markets in 1997 and the excitement around the internet and how it was going to change almost every single industry, this transformative technology. And that did happen, but there was obviously a bubble in the stock market. And when you think about the NASDAQ sold off 80% from its highs, I'm not suggesting that's going to happen, but go back to 2021 when there was excitement about the metaverse. It was Netflix, it was Nvidia, it was, a couple other names, Meta and, a few others that sold off 70% from their highs. Now, they weren't $3 trillion market cap companies, but when you think about Nvidia just sold off 35% from its highs in June to its lows in early August, I just think the idea that that couldn't happen again is very curious to me. So I want to ask you, what are your clients suggesting, who are less bullish on this thing? Where could it go on smaller than expected beats and the potential for a hiccup? Because we haven't seen a hiccup in this thing since 2021.
The last time we upgraded Nvidia, I think the stock was off 70%, 75%, something like that. So these things happen all the time. This is an incredibly volatile stock, and I'll just leave it there.